Yeah, here we go.
All right, welcome to another episode of the MMA Fight Game podcast. I am super excited to welcome this athlete on. He kind of came out of nowhere and kind of made a huge name for himself on the MMA scene in Rochester and Buffalo, New York. We're welcoming Jonathan Shady Lopez to the program. He is in a massive, massive fight. Not only is he a top prospect, he's fighting another top prospect for the 135-pound FCP Full Contact Promotions Bantamweight Championship. A title fight that is well deserved and earned just based on his two past performances. You might have remembered his past performance at Rage in the Cage 27. He went up in weight to featherweight to fight a super tough guy in Canada. There was a little bit of controversy in that bout, but from everybody observing, he had that bout thoroughly in hand. He is fighting March 29th, 2025 at the mighty and legendary Tim Hortons Iceplex on probably the biggest North American amateur mixed martial arts combat sports card that's probably maybe ever been produced. Jonathan Shady, thanks for joining us. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. This is awesome. It's my first interview, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, man. It was funny because full disclosure, like we when you fought at was it Rage in the Cage 26, you and your great mom parked right next to me, and we had been following
Oh,
you on
yeah.
social media, and that was like the first time like I paid attention to you, and you kind of told me, don't blink, watch my performance. And you came on, burst onto the scene, as a boxer training out of Joe Taylor's gym, who your coach is legendary.
Yeah.
You know, what's that?
You got all his belts back there.
Yeah, Joe is legendary, but you came out as a boxer and you submitted him with a rear naked choke very slickly. You know, first and foremost, like you came from a boxer to an MMA. How did you get into mixed martial arts?
Uh, well, I just when I was in high school, I watched like during COVID, I broke my foot, and I was a real big soccer player, and then so I kind of I wrestled like 1 year when I was in middle school. I liked it. I just was never really into it. And then I got into MMA in COVID, and I was like, "Dude, I really want to do this." But I didn't like I couldn't fight, and so I went to wrestling for 2 years, and then after wrestling was over, I graduated. I was like I kept on wanting to compete, so I started boxing, and then I put them both together, and I kind of just wanted to just do. I had an idea from the start, and I'm doing it. So
Yeah, and you like how many? So you've had two mixed martial arts bouts. How many boxing bouts have you had?
I've had five.
You've had five, and you're what, 5-0
Yeah.
in boxing, and
Yeah.
it's all been under Joe Taylor's tutelage, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What is somebody like Coach Taylor meant to you? Obviously, he's an OG in the game. He's along the lines of like Casey Lamb from Synthesis, Jacob Bone from Bone MMA, John Frenchie from Fifth Round Fitness, even your opponent's coach, Duff Holmes from MV MMA.
Yeah.
Those are all OGs. What does training with somebody like him that's proven has a good track record of success do for you?
Well, training with Joe, he's also an athlete. He fights too,
Yep.
and watching him train and going in there fight is a big thing. Like it's inspiring almost. Like watching him go out there and fight LFA twice. I've seen him fight. I've seen him box too,
Yep.
and it's like he can still do it, and it's like watching him do it. It makes me want to go out there and do it. Like you know what I mean? And it's like he the knowledge that he brings and he's made me come from I didn't even know how to strike to winning five boxing fights within less than a year. And it's like I give all the credit to him. I mean, he's very, very solid coach. I wouldn't have been the same striker I am without him. And when he makes me super comfortable. He's an awesome dude. He's helps me inside and outside the ring, especially. I want to also say that he's helps his fighters beyond just fighting. You know what I mean? He's a solid dude. So, and that like plays a big part into, having a good relationship with an athlete because you could be just a coach, but he's not just a coach. He's also like a mentor and somebody you can go to and ask questions, and he's a solid dude. So all around, it's just the perfect guy to get you started, get you where you want to go.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. You got a bunch of studs in that gym. We were talking
Yeah.
offline. You have Austin Seelman, you have Cedric Ortiz,
Right.
um, and you guys have that young boxer that is up and coming.
Solomon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Solomon, who's fought for FCP before.
Yeah.
Having all those dogs in camp. What does that do for you?
Um, yeah, no, the all of them are solid. Austin's been a big help with my wrestling. Even though he's a bigger dude, it's like if he can't take me down, I don't think anyone's gonna be able to take me down. You know what I mean? And Solomon, he's his striking's unreal. He's number one in the nation at 15 years old. So I'm sparring with this dude all the time, and when we get into it, we get into it. He beats me a lot of the time, but I get up there. Sometimes. And it's just it brings another level to my game. It brings confidence because when I go in there and I fight these guys that I know have been in there, like Austin, he's 2-0. He's pretty high up there in his division, like his weight class. You know what I mean? He's like and Solomon is number one in the nation. I have these guys like Cedric. He has a lot of experience.
Oh, gee.
I feel good. I feel good with these guys around me. It's just like it brings me another level of confidence that I just think that it with these people around me, I don't feel like anyone could beat me. You know what I mean? Especially with Coach Joe too. I just think I have the perfect team.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have a who's who of rising
Yeah.
contenders over there. The Taylor gym definitely has something special going on. I'm a big fan of all the guys that you rattled off. Um, Obviously on March 29th, 2025 at the mighty and legendary Tim Hortons Iceplex, you take on a very grindy opponent, much like yourself. Although a lot of people doubt you, and in all the fights that I've seen you compete in, you've proved the doubters wrong. What are your expectations going into the bout? Not giving away any secrets. What are your expectations going into the bout against Santino on March 29th?
Nah, there's no real secret. I'm just, the game plan is straightforward. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna try to take me down, and uh, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna go out there and strike with him, and I hope he strikes with me. I hope he tries to prove himself. That's where I want him. So, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's gonna happen. And I think it's gonna be a great fight. He's a solid dude, solid wrestler. I've seen his fights, but I don't think he's anything special. So it's gonna be a great fight.
And if you watch, where are you learning your ground skills from? A boxer, you don't see having the above average ground skills that you have. Where do you train, or who do you give a shout out to for those skills?
So when I was in high school, I had a great wrestling coach, Don Lilly. He was a huge mentor to me. I don't know. He's big in MMA around here. If you guys know about him, but yeah, he pushed me from not even being able to shoot a leg double leg to going out there and beating my all time pin record in high school. So like his coaching is just unreal. It got me from where I wanted to go, from not being able to wrestle to going out there and competing like with some studs, grinding, And I feel like even though I don't wrestle no more, like we have jujitsu class here now, and I just think that it's just with the people I have here, like Austin, Cedric, my coach Alex, all that stuff with the past college with the past coaching I had from Don Lilly. I think all of it it's just it all just stuck with me, and I also a lot of it is my reflexes. I feel like it's like most of the time it's honestly I don't even know what I'm doing down there. I just sometimes it kind of happens, and then my coaches pick up on things. They tell me like do this and that. And I'm like it works a lot better. So I'm still learning a lot down there.
Oh yeah, but I mean, just saying that you don't know a lot. I mean that rear naked choke that you had in your FCP debut
Oh yeah.
was very very slick and fast. I was definitely impressed with that.
I
You know,
appreciate it.
yeah, and going to your last fight, I want to touch base on this. Obviously, you went up in weight to featherweight because it was tough to find a matchup, and you're like, you know what? Because that's like, your background, your heritage. You guys are very tough. Will fight anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
And you went up in weight. You fought a very experienced opponent. You actually dropped him with, I think, a right hook. If
Yeah, it
I'm
was the right hook.
Yeah, with the right hook, and you dropped him. And then there was controversy on the mat. Can you kind of explain like what went on in that whole situation? I know obviously he was on in full mount or half guard, but
Yeah.
what went on with that?
Uh, well, when I dropped them, I wish it was ground and pound rules, but I was still novice,
Yep.
and so I had to go for the rear naked choke. He knew like I had the rear naked choke from the last fight, so I'm sure he trained that. So I couldn't get nothing off when I was on his back. So when I was riding him, and I was on top of him, full mount, I was hitting him, and then he kind of try to try to kick me off. And like I said, I'm still learning down there. So I instead of getting up, I pulled his leg onto me, and I stayed in mount. And then he kind of pushed me over. He used all his strength. And then when he was pushing me over, he hit my body. And the ref turns to me. He says, "You good?" And I said, "I'm good." We had 18 seconds left, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm good," because he's hitting me in the body. Like he wasn't even hitting me, and I was like, "There's no way the guy will stop the fight." And he stopped the fight, and I was confused. I was like, "I said I'm good," and then he was like walking away. I was like, "No way, this just happened." I thought like for a second, I thought they were gonna let us fight because I was like, "No way!" Like, and then and then when he's like, "It's over, it's over," I was like, "Come on, like, are you serious?" So it was just. I said I was good. He thought I said I was done. I would never say I was done. Like that's anybody that knows me. I would
Yeah.
never say I'm done.
And what's your nationality?
I'm from Ecuador in Puerto Rico. I'm from America,
Yeah,
but
so Hispanic, and Hispanics don't have quit in their vocabulary, do
oh,
they?
absolutely not. No, no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking on that, but
Yeah, you would never hear me say I'm done. I would if the
yeah,
referee, but I get it. He has a job, But in that moment, I was super like, I was just all over the place. Yeah, I got a little angry.
yeah, no, I saw you. And then before we wrap everything up, like this, we talked offline. This card from the first fight of the night to the main event is completely stacked. There are like 10 fights on this card that could headline a card by themselves. What does it mean to be on probably the biggest stack card in a championship bout in a legendary venue in New York? I mean, there's other promotions going on. This is the only event that anyone should want to attend because the talent level from top to bottom is second to none. Probably the best talent level of any amateur card in a very, very long time. Best North American card. What does that mean to you to be in a title bout in a big card like this?
Um, it means a lot. First of all, I like that you know that I was talking about it too earlier that there's a lot of big names fighting out of a lot of big gym synthesis in Mohawk Valley. I like that I come from a small gym and I'm gonna be able to represent us on like one of the biggest cards, and I can't wait to show. I wish it was this weekend. I've been hyped since you texted me and you told me who I'm fighting. I can't wait, and this is an amazing opportunity. I can't wait to fight for the belt. Like it's gonna be, there's no doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I wouldn't discredit the gym that you got on over at Taylor, boxing and MMA there. You guys got a group of four horsemen coming up with you, Cedric, Solomon, and Austin. You guys are savages, and then your coach is a badass dude.
Yeah,
Solid human being from every interaction that I've had with him. You guys are well on your way coming into another Buffalo, New York, gym as well.
yeah,
Uh,
that's the plan. In
yeah,
a couple of years we'll have mats, we'll have everything set up, and it's gonna look real nice. Everyone's gonna be coming down here. Watch.
yeah, no, for sure. And before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors? I know one young lady that you're going to thank right off the rip, so you better get her out of the way.
Yeah, I want to thank my mom. She's awesome. I love her so much.
Yeah,
I
she's
pretty much
fantastic.
I kind of started fighting, honestly. Just try to like, make something out of myself. I wasn't really too smart with my with school and stuff, and the smile, and she just gets so proud of me every time. So that's like my motivation, just make her proud all the time. And she loves when I do it. She loves what I do, and as long as I have her support, that's all I want to do. I want to thank my mom, thank my coach Alex, thank my coach Joe. It's getting me in fight shape. I'm fucking feeling phenomenal. I'm in the best shape I've literally ever been in. I've never felt this good. Remember, I was talking no more candy. Like that's just all out of here. Like no more. You know what I mean? I want to look solid at 135. I'm already almost there. Like 42. I'm feeling nice. So I'm solid. I'm ready to go. So yeah, I just want to thank my mom, thank my coaches, and yeah, just I'm ready to go. I'm rock and roll and new. You know what I mean? Um, Four Horsemen. Is that like the Mohawk Valley?
While it's the synthesis guys and Mohawk Valley, I've been a fan of I've known Duff for years when he was coaching Matt Hamill in the UFC when Matt fought like Rich Franklin, and I met those guys at UFC 84,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's just a way, I don't do this for the money. I do this to build you up. I do these interviews. Like I don't get monetized. I don't make any money on these interviews, but I try to help you guys get those skills, and interview skills, getting your name out there, making sure people, because there's other MMA promotions around,
Uh,
but a lot of the people, unless they fight on our card, we really don't know who they are.
yeah.
And that's one thing I try to do is I try to get, your guys' name out there, try to get your story out there, and just build a brand for yourself. And I was actually out at UFC 313 last weekend in Vegas,
Oh,
and
okay.
I actually ran into the UFC matchmaker Mick Maynard, and I told him about this card and how stacked it is from top to bottom. And I was talking to him, but my friends were saying that he was taking down notes, listening very intently to what I was saying. Even when I'm out in Vegas and UFC, I'm hyping all you guys up. And the only two things, well, three things that I want. I want you to be able to take care of your families. I want you to win a world title. And then if you were selling out the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas and I can't get a ticket to your bout, you hook the little guy up.
I got you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I got
all.
you.
That's all
100%.
I'm asking. I'm not looking for anything, but I think I can at least be involved in the sport in that way, to help. And I think I have a pretty keen eye on talent and making matchups that I think people want to see. Because this area is a hotbed. There is so much talent in Buffalo. There is so much talent in
And
Rochester.
Rochester. Yep.
Syracuse, and even down in New York City with some other leagues down there. They got a ton of talent there. This area is starting to catch up to, Florida, Nevada, California for mixed martial arts. This is an untapped, resource. Even Canada. Canada's starting to see a resurgence. That's why you see a lot of Canadians on this card. There are a lot of stud Canadian athletes.
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, yeah.
As well. And everything you do, I appreciate, again, any one of you guys could headline this card. That's the
Yeah.
thing. And there's like 10 bouts that are like, and there's a reason why tickets are selling so fast. There are no tables left. So all
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys on this card, the tables are completely sold out. I think the floor seats are almost sold out.
That's so
But
fucking awesome. Yeah, I'm done with some of my tickets. I'm done. I already sold them all.
well, if you need more, let me know.
All right,
And
I
I
got
can
you.
get them to you
I
because you guys get a cut of that. So, I love seeing you guys. You guys are out hustling, showcasing your skills. So you guys deserve, a cut of that.
Yeah, I got all my family coming. I got like my mom's coming from South Carolina. She moved down there not too long
Okay.
ago, and I got my sisters, my sister and my brother first coming. Like the first time they're ever watching me fight. It's gonna be so
Love it.
cool. My niece is gonna be there, so I got a lot of people coming. I can't wait. And they're gonna be all gonna take pictures with the belt after. It's gonna be so fun. So I
Did
can't
you
wait.
did you tell your mom we asked about her?
Yeah, yeah. She was like, are they gonna give me a ticket again? I was like, yeah, they asked me if you wanted one. I was like, I got you guys. She was like, she's hooked up because she's already flying over here. I was like, don't worry about a ticket. They'll hook you up. So
Yeah,
she,
we
Thank you.
You know, she's a great person, and you know, everybody loves her, and you
Yeah,
know,
I love it.
we definitely appreciate what you do for us and things. So, but Jonathan, I can't wait to see you get in. I am super excited. You know, I'm a fan of both you and Santino. It's going to be like one of those bouts, like when Caden Ellis and Mason Lewis fought. My horns are going to be over my eyes. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just hoping you guys, you know, put on a good show, and
Oh yeah, you bet. I hope he's training. It's
nobody
gonna be a
gets
real
hurt.
good show.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
gonna be a real good show.
I can't wait. But again, get your tickets fast. March 29th, 2 weeks from tomorrow at the mighty and legendary Tim Hortons Iceplex in a stacked card. But I'm telling you, remember the name Jonathan Shady Lopez. Jonathan, I truly appreciate the time. Just sit tight, okay?
Yeah, thank you.